Iowa law has recognized the needs of its injured workers since 1913. The law requires every employer to obtain workers' compensation insurance to cover their workers. However, even the best employer is not likely to tell you all you need to know. If you are injured in a work accident or suffer from an occupational disease caused from your work, then Iowa law says that you have 10 basic rights. Here are 5 of them. Number 1, the right to lifelong medical care. Your employer and their insurance company are responsible for paying for all medical care necessary to treat your work-related injury. This includes all forms of care and treatment, whether hospital, medical, therapy, nursing, diagnostic, surgery, pain management, or other medical care. However, generally your employer and their insurance company gets to choose your medical providers. The right to medical care and treatment may continue for the rest of your life for conditions related to your work injury or occupational disease. Number 2, the right to medical treatment. You always have the right to seek medical care from any medical provider that you choose. However, keep in mind that your employer and their insurance company will generally only pay for medical care that they have authorized or approved. Also, if you have health insurance, they may reject the claim as being a work-related condition. Number 3, mileage and medical care. Generally, your employer and their insurance company has to provide you with the medical care and treatment. This includes them paying for all treatment that they were offered to you, including being reimbursed for mileage to and from your doctor's appointments, physical therapy, and other visits. Number 4 is the right to refuse medical care. You have the right to refuse any medical care or procedures offered by your doctors. For example, if the company doctor recommends surgery that you do not want to have, you are not required to have that surgery. However, keep in mind that not proceeding with the surgery may have an impact on your case. Number 5 is cash payments while you recover and cannot work. While you are healing and unable to work, you should receive cash payments to replace your normal earnings. This applies to both if you are completely unable to work, which is known as temporary total disability, or if you return to work but are working less than 40 hours per week, known as temporary partial disability. The amount of your weekly payment is called your rate. The amount of your weekly benefits, also known as your rate, is based upon your average earnings prior to your work injury, which is called your average weekly wage. If you are paid on an hourly basis, generally your rate will be based upon your average wages for a period of 13 weeks before your work injury. Your weekly rate is also based upon your marital status, number of exemptions, in addition to your average weekly wage. This is then multiplied by a percentage of your spendable weekly earnings. There are both minimum and maximum rates for permanent disability benefits based upon the statewide average weekly wage. Our experience is that in about 50% of our cases, the employer or their insurance company has underpaid the employee by using a lower rate than what they should have. That is why in every case it is important to verify that you've been paid the proper rate, as it may make a difference of thousands of dollars. Iowans are beginning to realize that their employer and their insurance company is not there to help them with their work injury. To receive a book at no cost, risk, or obligation, which covers the other 5 basic rights and much more, fill out the form for our Iowa Workers' Compensation book, An Insider's Guide to Work Injuries, and we will send it to you for free.